Hello, I'm Zardes, and let's play Victoria 2. Welcome to my first time playing Victoria 2. I did play a little bit this week, and I wanted to get some of the basics because I've tried this before a long time ago, and it was a little complicated. So I wanted to get a little of the basics, but for this series, we are going to start as USA, and we are going to start in 1836. Which I think is the earliest we can start. But what I want to do is just try and play as them and focus on the economy and industry without really trying to expand by war. So we're going to take a look here at what we've got. So in 1836, we haven't accepted Texas into country yet, and we haven't taken any land out west really. We might go to war. I'm not going to say that we are going to be completely opposed to war, but I'm also not going to actively seek it out. And that includes when the South rebels. I am going to try and probably just take what I can get, but I'm not really going to actively try and hold them. So that is where we're at with that. Now let's take a look at a few things. First of all, we are a great power. We are ranked number 4 overall at the beginning of the game. So we are a pretty strong nation. Now we have, I believe that we can't build factories because of our economic status, or our system, economic system. That's the word I'm looking for. And so that is fine. We are working on several things here. New York is building a railroad, and we're going to let the factories be dictated by the capitalists. Budget, we have a huge amount of gold here. And what I want to do is we're actually going to decrease what we're doing with the military. Take the stockpile down to 50% so that we can focus on education. And I don't know that I want to do administration, but I will decrease the tabs on the poor and the middle class. Actually, we'll keep that at the middle. We'll raise it on the rich a bit for now. So they're going to have, look at that, they already have a lot of luxury needs being fulfilled. Keep that up. These ones are only getting their everyday needs. So we're going to, do it that way. And then we will also make some money on tariffs. That at 5%, I think that'll be fine. Okay. Technology, we are going to focus, like I said, on industry. And I think we'll go right for clean coal. Though culture is also good to try and get culture, because I want to try and improve, I want to encourage the immigration. Let's see, industry tech, we get a 5% boost. Culture, we get 10%. Commerce, we get 10%. Commerce would be good too. We have a little bit of stuff there, but we'll go for clean coal first. Start research. Democrats, or democracy right now. We are politics. There we go. We are a democracy. We have 100% is conservative right now, but our voter ideologies are still pretty high on that. Outlaw slavery is the most important issue to our people, but not to our voters. To our voters, they are pro-military and protectionist, which we're going to try to avoid that. We want to outlaw slavery, which will be somewhere in here. Slavery up here, we want to outlaw, but we can't do that. So we're going to have to wait for that. This we could do. Restore the academia. Lose prestige. Many within our academic circles feel that the present direction of our academia suffers from an undue bias, and that we should return to a more traditional academic profile. We gain consciousness and lose militancy. Yeah. Oh, that's the next one. Trail of Tears. Up here, we lose prestige. We lose research. And it doesn't give us any boost. Okay, we're not going to do that. Release nations. Not going to do any of that. It would be interesting to release the Cherokee. Yeah, I mean, that might be, release them as a satellite. Canada has Bangor. And New England, we're not going to release New England. That would be pretty terrible. Okay, then over here, population. Population, I'm not going to bother with that right now. Trade, we're going to let all of that be automated. Diplomacy, we are at peace. I want to try to make friends with the UK. Which it wasn't letting me click on that. Europe. Yeah, it won't let me... Can I not friend them? Oh, there we go. Click on that instead. The UK. I want to increase relations. We want to have a good relationship with them. Okay, now these are war military. Don't really care about the military because we're going to try to avoid wars. Okay, Texas War of Independence is taking place. We're gonna let that all go. Okay, let's unpause. And I want to play at 3 speed. That's typically what I do with Paradox games, and I think that makes sense. So our map, we have different states, and it's also interesting. We don't have... Well, there's not a split here. South Carolina appears to not exist. Charleston. How do I see what state it is? Oh yeah, Georgia, up here in the corner. It's all Georgia. Interesting. Yet West Virginia exists, which historically West Virginia didn't exist until the Civil War. So that's interesting that South Carolina is there, but not West Virginia. That's fine. Yeah, Canada wants this. And I want caribou. That would round out the rest of that, but it's really not worthwhile. It's not a big thing there. Okay, so we are building a lot of railroads there. We're researching clean coal. Our economy is doing great. They are getting more of their needs met. That's good. We have no debt. We're still making a good amount of money. We're dropping already. We're in number 5 on the powers. Gonna have some coffee here. We have unemployed workers, craftsmen, in quite a few places. Let's go in and... Where are they? Pennsylvania, and Massachusetts. Canned food, glass. We have 2 factories there. Railroad is useful. I wish, okay, look at that. They're already expanding the investors. So we're going to let that go. I want to know where we can see popular, like, immigration. Our population is going up for sure. Immigration is high, I would think. It's moving or like going up, yeah. It's all internal stuff. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them, they want to some of them want to outlaw slavery, but others don't. Let's go around and look at some of our neighbors. Oh, what's this? Request military access from Texas. Yeah, sure, you can do that. Mexico. We would decline that. So we are taking the side of Texas in that battle. But that is kind of to be expected. How's that going? They're pretty even here. So what is this? Military strength. Holstein goes bankrupt. They owe us nothing. They claim that we owe nothing. But they're all the way in Europe. We're not going to bother with going to war with anybody in Europe. The girl from Cody. The coal-laden tub must have weighed heavily on her body, fragile and worn from many years of arduous labor in the Cody coal pits, for her feet could no longer carry her. There, in the dark, where the shafts could go countless fathoms deep, she slipped and fell. Another young girl has lost her life in a coal mining accident in one of our provinces, and the particular tragedy of the case has received national attention. Okay, local consciousness has gone up just a tiny bit. Not a whole lot, but enough that, I mean, we notice. What else do we have up here? This is, okay, those are just different colors. Probably because they are more frontier, maybe? But down here, we have Tetson, Texas. And here we have uncolonized by anybody. Select a national focus to colonize. Okay, how do I get a national focus? That's interesting. Reforms. Okay, so it is under population. And somewhere it says how many points we're getting towards national focus. So there's nothing that we can do with that just yet. I guess we gain points towards it. The problem I'm having when playing this is primarily that the user interface is really small if you do 4K. And so I'm playing with the 1080p resolution, but it's really hard to see that. There's current date. Okay, that pauses. It's hard to see. Like, it keeps it small in a window on my monitor. And I couldn't figure out how to get around that without having to change a whole bunch of settings for recording and stuff like that. So, yeah, anyway, that's it. British Columbia out here. What is this? United States of Central America offers an alliance. Do we want to align with them down here? I don't think so, because they might end up... yeah, we're going to stay out of that. We're going to stay neutral a lot here. Just because I think that is the way we want to go. And let's see, budget. Daily balance is still going up and up and up. Education is good. we are going to then also, if we do social spending, there's nothing there. What is this? Free staters. During the most intense days of the slavery debate, some abolitionists organized emigration to the territories of Kansas and Nebraska in order to prevent these territories from being admitted into the Union as slave states. The theory of popular sovereignty held that a democratic vote in the state would decide on whether the state should be constituted as slave or free. These abolitionists were called free staters, and some of them have now turned up in Nebraska. Let them settle. Yeah, they can... let's see. Or we can say enact an ordinance to stop them. And then it gains consciousness for all of them. I think we let them settle. I would rather have that spread. Yeah. But I do want to... Here, they are... Look, everybody's getting luxury needs. Which means we have more taps we can do on that. But decreasing will probably increase the immigration further. And actually, we have surplus cash. Let's go ahead and lower this back down so it can spur more investment. But we do want a progressive tax system, which is when your lower incomes pay less in tax. We'll do that. So the poor are no longer paying any tax right now. Let's see how that goes. Politics, people's ideologies. Some of them are liberal. More and more are wanting to outlaw slavery, which is good. That's what we want. We want that to go up higher and higher. And we want... Yeah. 15% of the population want reform. The upper house would not vote yes. We need to get some different parties in there. The Second Great Awakening. By the 1830s, a wave of religious zeal was sweeping across the USA, driven by charismatic preachers who called for the faithful to return to the original teachings of the Bible and lead upstanding moral lives. The movement would spawn several new Protestant sects, lead to debates and schisms within established sects over points of theology and ritual, and reinforce the power and influence of Christian teachings among the lower and middle classes of the American people at a time when religious fervor in Europe was decreasing. So we gain more consciousness and 40% more in favor of moralism. Okay, trying to look at, okay, we don't want Southern Democrats to be the party we want. Really, like, a lot of these I'm not so fond of. I mean, I guess they're pro-military. There's plus and minuses to all of their parties. So I think that'll be fine. Let's keep going here. But I do... Oh, look at all these projects that have popped up. That should be really good. Alright, but this is where we will leave it for this first episode. We have gone through a little bit. We've talked about what we want to do in the series and where we're going to go with things. But hopefully we will see some good stuff going on. Anyway, here is this national reform. Yeah, focus points. But we still... colonize in Washington. Technology limits you to net maximum of 2 national focus points. Well, okay, we will take a look at some of that. I'll figure it out. But anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you next time. Take care.